First of all, thank you to Dieter, thank you to everyone for having us. I'm not just saying that as lip service, this is a dream for us. When I saw the movie, I was very nervous, knowing what was at stake for me, and it exceeded my expectations. But I looked at that character, there were some moments I cried in weird places, like carrying Charles Xavier up the stairs, like places, just moments, and I thought I loved that character. And I can't say I'll miss him because it's difficult to describe. It's not going anywhere for me. It will always live here. The fans will remind me every single day or second day of my life whether we got it right or wrong. It's part of who I am, and it's a journey I'm so grateful for. It doesn't matter if it's a horror movie genre, a romantic comedy, a superhero movie, a Western. There's no one greater than Jim who knows how to tell a story. And yes, there's resonances. I hope there's resonances. I hope it makes them think about their day-to-day life. I love that we have a superhero movie where you have a main character looking after an ailing father-type figure, where they're in a car and they're going to run out of gas and, oh, damn it, my phone is out of charge and I need a battery. You know, like the day-to-day, I'm proud of that. And I hope it does make people think more importantly about violence, the effect of it, the aftermath of it, and hope that resonates.
I think it's important that we not be part of the problem. And what I mean by that is that we not be making movies that help people sleep through their lives. And that would be the simple point of saying it's almost most important that movies that are referencing and using pop culture and are franchises and have very large natural audiences use that platform to do something other than sell Happy Meals or t-shirts or action figures, but actually use that audience to ask some interesting questions. The ratings exist for a reason, and this is not a movie made for children. We cannot explore the questions of violence and children and fatherhood and other stories if we cannot make adult movies with children. Obviously, we have to be able to make movies with people of all ages and kinds. The questions really involve is what can your child handle? And that's not my job. That's your job. And my job is to try to make something interesting that asks hard questions. The other part of my responsibility is when there is violence in a film, I believe we should show the consequences of it, which is that lives end. It isn't just as easy as a stuntman falling off a roof or someone rolling in a car. But one thing I feel very strongly about, for those of you who have seen the movie, is this movie reflects blood, yes, violence, yes, but lives end, and they don't come back. And that is the consequence of violence, which I think is too often ignored, and a very important thing for us all to digest, in my opinion. Hutch?
Could you just...
This movie is different than the other movies that we've ever done because of Jim, and I would say a lot of this came from Hugh as well, wanting it to be different and wanting it to be more honest and dramatic and emotional than we've done in these films before.
I was able to make exactly the movie I set out to make. It is a direct result of the fact that everyone at this table was united and supportive, and that the studio, who is also here, represented by both the president, what is the title now?
Vice Chairman.
Vice Chairman, and was Emma Watts and Steve Asbell, are two executives that guided this movie, shepherded it, protected it, and at every point, when they could have been frightened by the fact that we were making something out of the norm, out of the norm.
You present your art as an influenced person by those times. You cannot escape from it. We did not set out to make a political movie. And yet there are references and echoes in this movie that could not have been anticipated but exist today. That is serendipity. And if people wish to take away from this movie some social or political lessons about the world at large, then I think that's means that we have done perhaps a more subtle job than we thought we had done, but that it's also reaching an audience in a rich and complex way.